Huge news. The IDF just literally... Ismail Haniyeh, top billionaire from Hamas. Yehia Sinwar, you are next, baby. Let's get into it.
Thank you to my patrons on Patreon for funding my content. I cannot make these videos without your support, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, patrons. You're the best.
So I literally just woke up, and I woke up to the news that Ismail Haniyeh has been... we're gonna have to do this for YouTube. I gotta be careful because of YouTube and demonetization and stuff. And I'd like to keep this video monetized. This is very exciting news considering the fact that yesterday the IDF took out a top second place commander in the Hezbollah terrorist group based in Beirut. An attack on an apartment complex that also previously housed, or in the area previously housed another Hamas commander. So Lebanon is pretty okay with Hamas and Hezbollah terrorists roaming around in their streets and living amongst their civilian population. Yesterday's strike, double strike, to avenge the deaths of 12 incredible, beautiful, amazing children from the town of Majd al-Shams, Arab Druze children. Yesterday, the IDF said, you've crossed a red line. Both Hezbollah and the Islamic regime of Iran and Hamas. You guys are all this cancer in the Middle East that keeps festering and killing innocent lives on a scale unprecedented. And, IDF came to collect its bounty, and collect its bounty it shall. Listen, as an Israeli who's been covering this war, I was literally in Majd al-Shams last night as we struck Beirut. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was freaking out as we were getting out of there. I was waiting and anticipating for Hezbollah rocket fire to begin, and it did. Almost 30 minutes after we left Majd al-Shams, exactly in the same area where we were driving, rockets had fallen. And even earlier in that day, unfortunately, an Israeli man was killed by shrapnel of a rocket, a direct rocket hit in Kibbutz Goshrim, which was no more than 20 kilometers away from where I was. These terrorists have been plaguing this area, making life unlivable for so many people, and this includes both Palestinians, Israelis, Arabs, Jews. It doesn't matter what ethnicity you are. These people who claim to be liberating the Middle East from the Zionist entity are also hurting thousands, hundreds of thousands of Arab lives in the process. They're completely hypocritical. 100%. There's no other way to look at it. The news of Ismail Haniyeh being eradicated from this planet it not only is it good news, this is beneficial to society. This is one step closer to making the world a better place. Do I believe there'll be another snake that takes his place? 1,000%. I have no doubt that the Palestinian people are capable of electing another terrorist group or supporting more terrorists and financial embezzlers to run their nation, run their areas, run their administration, whatever they deem their political parties. I have no doubt that the Palestinian people are capable of electing other pieces to get that same job done. This is the problem when a lot of people ask me, is what do you think will happen next? Hamas is the Palestinian people. They are one and the same. This is why when you look around in Gaza, you look in the West Bank, I'm not the first person to report this, over 80% of Palestinian population, this is globally, support Hamas. Hamas and the Palestinian people are one and the same. Don't believe me, let them tell you. They will tell you. Don't try to babyfy, to infantilize the Palestinian people. They are very much capable of supporting Hamas, and they very much do with a lot of pride. That's a societal issue. But taking care of the issue, the core issue, by attacking Ismail Haniyeh in Iran while under the guidance of the IRGC, by a top second Hezbollah commander in Beirut, that's how you get the job done. That's hopefully how you instill fear into the hearts of many of these horrible people who are committing horrible terrorist attacks or running horrible terrorist theatrics from across the Middle East on a daily basis. Shall we read the timeline from The Guardian? Middle East crisis. Hamas's leader Ismail Haniyeh killed in Iran. Latest updates. I want to confirm, by the way, I literally just woke up to this news. I've been awake for a total of 15 minutes, and I was like, this is too big to not report on. We got to make a video about it. Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh has been killed in Iran. The militant group has confirmed in a statement. So this is 100% real news. Earlier, Iran's Revolutionary Guard said he had been targeted in his residence alongside with the Iranian bodyguard. It is said he has been to Iran to attend the inauguration of President Masoud Pezeshkian. It is said he was investigating the circumstances of the incident. Haniyeh was the exiled political chief of the militant group and had spent much of his time in recent years. They should add in 5-star hotels embezzling money from the Palestinian people and UN groups and human rights groups in Qatar. Israel said it killed Hezbollah's top military commander Fouad Shukur in an airstrike on South Beirut suburb launched in retaliation for a rocket attack that killed 12 children on the weekend. We talked about this. Shukur, has known as Haj Moshin, served as the right-hand man to Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. Israel's military spokesman Daniel Hagari said in a briefing on Tuesday night. 2 air defenses bases in southern Syria have been struck by Israeli missiles, a war monitor has said. Damn, Israel be based. Israel going ham, and Israel not fucking around. I like this. Israel went hard today. I heard attacks on Iraq, Iran, Syria, and Lebanon. I feel like people in the Middle East right now are like, all right, we poked the bear a little bit too much. Maybe no more drones exploding in the middle of Tel Aviv. Maybe no more killing children on a basketball court. That could probably be a good start. The Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights reported no casualties in the overnight strike in Darara province, which abuts the arms race line separating Syrian and Israeli forces of the Golan. Good job, Israel. Italian Prime Minister Giorgio Meloni on Tuesday called on Israel to not fall into the trap of retaliation. Listen, I love you, Italy, but shut the fuck up. You don't speak on this situation. Saying she was very, very worried by the situation in Lebanon and risk of regional escalation. You're worried about the situation in Lebanon. Be worried about the fact that Lebanese terror proxies just killed 12 children, injuring 40 others on a football field in northern Israel. That's what you should be worried about. You should be worried that people like that exist in our world and that they're still alive and breathing. That's what you should be worried about. Well, not alive and breathing anymore, because your retaliation was actually doing justice to take out these monsters from planet Earth. Speaking during an official visit to China, Meloni said in the international community she's sending message of moderation. Yeah, no, there's no moderation when you're dealing with monsters, but I wouldn't expect you to know because you're not dealing with these monsters in your backyard. I mean, you will be soon, considering all the Islamic extremist Muslim immigration that you let into Europe, but yeah. Okay, we got one new update. Several Israeli ministers have reacted to Haniyeh's assassination, although Israel has not formally commented on it yet. The heritage minister, Amichai Eliyahu, celebrated his killing, writing on X, Iran's Supreme National Security Council has met with senior commanders from the Revolutionary Guards to discuss Haniyeh's assassination, a source has told Reuters. Israel has refrained from killing Hamas leaders in Qatar recently, where the exiled Haniyeh was based. The fact that he was in Tehran when he was targeted is therefore noteworthy. I didn't get any sort of information, though, here on how he was assassinated. Abbas condemns Haniyeh's killing. Palestinian factions call for general strike. Okay, Mahmoud Abbas. Sure. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has strongly condemned the killing of Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. Palestinian state agency Wafa is reporting. Palestinian national and Islamic factions have also called for a general strike and mass demonstrations in response. So hold on. So I want to explain something. Mahmoud Abbas, leader of Fatah and the PA, the Palestinian Authority, which is based in the West Bank, which is supposed to be the de facto leader of the Palestinian people, is condemning the assassination of a billionaire who's been living out in Qatar in 5-star hotels, embezzling and stealing money from the Palestinian people, while also having us to expect they're trying to lead demonstrations that the Palestinian people have nothing to do with Hamas. What are you on about? What kind of a look is this for the Palestinian people? You want me to expect that people in Ramallah and people in Nablus in the West Bank are going to be protesting for the death of Ismail Haniyeh, a man who has only damaged the image of Palestinian people and only stolen and embezzled from them? And then you want me to believe that the Palestinian people and Hamas are not related? Where's the logic? Where is the logic, Mahmoud Abbas? Where's the moderation? Well, I'll tell you guys, it doesn't exist. Mahmoud Abbas is the same person who runs a pay-for-slave program where when Palestinian extremists in the West Bank kill Israelis, kill Jewish people, they are paid out for that. We live in a crazy world with crazy news. And I'm here on this channel trying to cover it all. That's the reason why I was up on northern Israel's border yesterday, right on the border of Syria and Lebanon, covering these stories for you guys. I've got an incredible video coming out very, very soon about what it's like to be Druze mourning the deaths of these 12 children. I went there, I met the families. So please, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, leave me a like on this video, comment down below some of your thoughts. Please, it really, really goes a long way to help. And if you really like what I'm doing, the only way that I can keep existing is by your financial support. I have Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, PayPal. The best ways for me to continue making awesome content like this is by you supporting me down below in the description. There's a bunch of ways to do it. Please subscribe because a new amazing video from on-the-ground reporting of the Druze families that were affected by this killing in Majid al-Shams is coming out very soon, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye, Klats. I love you long time.
If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to monetarily support the channel. Some of the best ways to support me happen to be PayPal, buy me a coffee, or joining our Patreon community. Links to them can be found in the pinned comments or the description of every one of my videos. Joining my Patreon community gives you access to exclusive content and the chance to talk to me on our Discord server. I also go live almost every day here on YouTube. And after my live streams, me and my patrons from Patreon head over to our Discord server to an exclusive after party hangout. Your support is the only way that I can keep creating the content that you love watching for me. Thank you.